See there, Andreas Meyer leads things out there in the ex-Dion Joubert touring car. You can see a couple of modifications being done. There's a nice little diffuser on the back of that car, which wasn't there in the past, which is probably going to be giving him the lap times that he's able to do now of 107s. That was his qualifying lap time. But as we just heard now from our good friend Bernard de Gavea, he's saying that 101s were coming out of the Lorero cars yesterday. Unfortunately, with some issues, and they're not able to make it back onto the circuit today. Jonathan Matos is in the house as well, also a BMW fan. Godspeed, thank you, we appreciate that. And we're going to try and keep it safe as fast. Safe and fast is what it's all about here at Zwartkops. As you can see, we've only got the one camera up at the moment, so we'll get the rest up during the day. And by heat number 2, we'll certainly be up and running in full force. But it's great to have my good friend Vanna here helping us out. And this is a slightly different way of doing it, of course. And the first time that we've partnered up there with the boys from Race Tech, which is great to have them here. True Race, beg your pardon, True Race. I'm trying to remember all these names. We only met a couple of weekends ago when we were doing the online racing, of course. So Vanna joined us for the Solidarity E-Race as one of our partners. And it's great to have him now as a partner with ILEB as well. BMW is now making their way out to the circuit for the very first time and, of course, lining up in their grid positions. As I mentioned, Andreas Meyer and Jan Everstein will make up that front row. It's Oz Baggioni and Carlo Garbini that will be just behind them. And, in fact, if I look at the way they're lining up at the moment, Oz Baggioni is not there. So I'm not quite sure what's going down with the pool guy. The pool man there should be in third and has not made his way. Oh, here he comes. There we go. Just squeezing through there. You can't miss that massive lime green or yellow 25 on the side of Baggioni's car. Garbini alongside him, that's the black and red one. Then behind that, you've got Cotwell and Renier Smith. It's Cochrane, who lines up alongside Salvi Gotteri. And you've got Neil Reynolds and Rob Gearing. Gearing you can see in the green and gold colours there. Very famous, of course, touring car colours in the original DTM format of touring cars. And a nice field, as I said, all the way down to the 10th row of the grid. So that's good to see. So as we get the coverage here from True Race and ILEB, BMWs make their way around for the very first time behind the Pretoria Noord Toyota 86. Official pace car here at Zwartkops. And making them around for the very first time down into turn 1. Compendium Insurance corner, and then they head to turn 2. Out of our sights for now, but that'll be changed up in the very near future. We wait for them to come now onto that back straight for the first time behind the Toyota. A couple of stragglers at the back there that didn't quite get off the line as quickly as what they'd like. But fortunately, everybody now is up and rolling, and the Toyota Corolla at the back, of course, is our medical car. So it's going to be up to Andreas Meyer to set the pace here as he tries to get as much heat into that Bridgestone rubber. Jan Everstein going to try and give him a bit of a run for his money. Baggioni wants to run with them. Watch out for Cochrane. He's not qualified in the usual position. He's normally a little bit further back. But good to have him right up there. Neil Reynolds in the all-red car. And you can see there that German touring car spec colours there of Rob Gearing. They head up the hill now towards turn 4. BMW's heading up towards Mercedes-Benz corner. And, of course, we've got a couple of guys from the Mercedes-Benz Driving Academy who will be participating this weekend. And looking forward to seeing how they get to grips with the big Cobras that they're involved with this weekend. So it should be fun and games. Nikki Smith's in the house. So is my queen, as I said. And Denny Peters has joined us as well. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining us. Great to have you here too. As we're about to get ready to rock and roll now for the very first time. And the first time in anger too. So let's see what's going to happen now. What's going on here? Right. Up to Andreas Meyer as they drop the hammer for the first time down into turn 1. Meyer's got Everstein on his inside, and Everstein has a big look, but Meyer gets round outside and takes the lead into turn 1 for the first time. Good clean start there from everybody as they head down towards turn 1. Compendium Insurance corner. See just Bernard de Gavea there walking away for the first time as he was watching off the line in case there were any jump starts. Remember, it's up to the pace setter and pole man to set the pace. And with a rolling start, the whole idea is that you are not allowed to accelerate until the green light goes on or the red lights go off, as is the case here at Zwartkops. So it's Everstein who sits in second place, waiting for the third place battle. Whoa, a bit of a change up there. Looks like Cotwell has moved his way up nicely up into third. So a good start there for Ian Cotwell as they head up to the top of the hill for the very first time and out of our sights again. Not a bad start here for the back end of the field as well. Nice little battle starting to rage there as the two Nicholases go at it, Haps and Van Sale. And the two of them having a bit of a fight of their own in the back end of the field. As they come down onto this main straight again for the first time. We also give a big welcome out to everybody that has joined us here on our live stream feed. And looking forward to action as it comes across the line now. This is what it's all about. So first car across the line there, Andreas Meyer setting the pace right from the word go. And it looks like Everstein there, as I said, followed by Cotwell. Then it looks just behind that is Garbini. Quite sure what went down there with Ozbagioni. He's dropped down to 7th place. Didn't quite get the start he wanted. So that'll be a little bit of fun and games as they've got to sort things out. Renier Smith has moved up nicely too. So Smith up into what is 4th place. Behind him is Cochrane, Salvi Gauthieri. Then it's Neil Reynolds. We've got Shane Krobler and Matthew Wadley, Nicholas Herbst and Batty Rietveld ahead of Manny Ribeiro. But it's Meyer who sets the pace. Look at that though. Watch out for Reynolds closing in and Salvi Gauthieri closing in on the back end of Troy Cochrane. Cochrane going through turn 4. And on his tail was Salvi Gauthieri. So Gauthieri now starting to put the pressure on. Looking for a chance to change up from what is going to be 7th place on the road. There is Baggioni. So Baggioni's got some big problems. He's made a mistake somewhere big time. And Baggioni now coming across the line a long way back. Must have made a mistake at the top of the hill. And he's actually going to be closed down by the two leaders as 1 and 2 cross the line for the second time. So it's Andreas Meyer from Everstein and Cotwell. Then you've got Carlo Garbini. Nice fight out here between Renier Smith, Cochrane and Salvi Gauthieri. The Sav Speed car starting to close onto the back end there of Troy Cochrane. As they cross the line again, it's a nice start there from them. Then it's Neil Reynolds. Reynolds up there and pushing hard ahead of Matthew Wadley and Shane Krobler. Varish Gunpath just outside the top 10. He sits in 11th place. So the top two go through, waiting for that third place battle as they come along there. There's 3rd place. There it comes now. Garbini's dropped back ever so slightly. And there you have it. Look at this. The battle for 6, 7, and 8. Cochrane got Gauthieri all over the back of him. And Renier Smith pulled a small gap there. That must be due to the fact that we're seeing Cochrane having a little bit of fun and games there with Salvi Gauthieri. 12 5s, 12 6s, and 13 4s from 6, 7, and 8 on track. As you can see there on the top left of the screen. Meyer, though, doing 11s. 11 deads coming out of Andreas Meyer. Then it's 10 3s out of Jan Everstein as he closes down. Here you can see that battle. Across the line, Everstein starting to close onto the back end of Andreas Meyer. Not much of a gap between them, but it's very, very tight. Cotwell's on his own. Garbini's on his own. Renier Smith actually being closed down. Oh, and a change up. Gauthieri's got through. Gauthieri has found a way past on Cochrane and sneaks through up into the 6th spot. So that'll be a bit of a change up as they come across. Definitely with Salvi Gauthieri ahead of Troy Cochrane now. It's Cochrane down to 7th. Reynolds just behind that and starting to close. Matthew Wadley in 9, 10 is Krobler. Gunpath in the 11th place. And then it's the two Nicholases, as I said, Haps and Van Sale, having their own little fight for 12 and 13. Batty Rietveld and Ribeiro and Colin Van Son at the back end of the field. But the man I'm worst and really worried about, of course, is Oz Baggioni. Looks like there may have been a bit of an issue there because Rob Gearing has also dropped right to the back too. He, of course, is in that 325 IS and running in the DTM colours. Andreas Meyer opening up a little bit of a margin now. It's not much of a margin, but it's enough just to keep Everstein at bay. Meyer was able to do 7s in qualifying. Currently sitting in the 9s, so those Bridgestone tyres are starting to heat up. And we'll probably see a little bit of a faster lap time coming out of him. It's great to have this action coming your way, and as I said, as we get more cameras up throughout the day, we're going to bring you all of the action from the second heat of this BMW Car Club Racing Series, proudly brought to you by Bridgestone Tyres South Africa. And Everstein has not been able to get the heat into the rubber just yet for his car. Garbini starting to close down on him as well, also down into the 109s. Nice to see Batty Rietveld out there as well, pushing hard. But non-stop action all the way through the field as we usually see in the Bridgestone BMW Car Club Racing Series. Battles down into turn 1, battles into turn 4 as well as Cochrane tries to close onto the back end of Rainier. And Rainier Smith now could be in trouble. Salvi Gutierrez got through on Rainier Smith, so Smith falling by the wayside as Chad Bartram has joined us as well as Jacques Hanekom. Niels Vosloo's in the house. Yes, we do realize that it's only the pit straight at the moment, Jacques, but we are working on getting our other cameras up. We did have a little bit of issues with the circuit this morning to try and get the clearance to get all our cameras up. We've got that all sorted out, so we will definitely be bringing you a little bit more of the action around the circuit. We have got guys working frantically at the moment to get the rest of those cameras up and running. So hang tight. They will get better, and the coverage will get better as well. Michael White's in the house. Magic Michael White has joined us too. Hello, Nikki Smith. How are you? All the way down in New Zealand. We've got people from New Zealand watching us here, which is great to see. Rorik Ackerman has joined us now. How's it, Jacques Ackerman? You guys have a little chat there. Keep us entertained. Everstein still in second. No changes there for Andreas Meyer. Meyer's down into the 9.5s at the moment, so it looks like it's got a little bit of work to do. Everstein sitting in second place, and Carlo Garbini, as my good friend Dave has just joined us as well. The Ledbetter's in the house. How did he get media accreditation? He doesn't even know how to take photographs. I think Motorsport Monday is going to have lots and lots of action here. And some action will be coming out on Motorsport Monday on Monday morning, of course, courtesy of my good friend there, Dave Ledbetter. So as we're getting into the halfway stage of this race, 6 of 10 completed. It looks like it's going to be a plain sailing there for that South African touring car and, of course, the reigning champion in this class, Andreas Meyer. He's put that big diffuser on the back, and it certainly has made a big difference to the car and its handling. Carlo Garbini is hanging on for third place there. You can see Salvi Gutierrez starting to close down on the back of Cotwell. Cotwell in fourth place, and Gutierrez still in the 5 spot. And then it's Rainier Smith, Troy Cochrane, and Neil Reynolds. Reynolds hasn't quite been able to close down on the back end of Cochrane. The battle is a little bit closer. Here we go. Starting to heat up now. There you have it. So the 5-2 car making its way to the front end. In fact, it's 82. That's Varish Gunpath. As they're coming through there at a rapid pace. Gunpath now into the top 10. And all over the back end of Matthew Wadley. Further back, it's the 171 of Shane Krobler. Krobler now dropping further back into 11th. So he's lost out a little bit of ground too and been closed down by the two Nicholases. Haps and Van Zyl not too far behind. It's great to have action on track again. It's been a long, long time. Colin Van Zyl out there at the back of the field. 15 cars of what was 19 that started. Not quite up to the 20 mark, but great to have 19 cars here. And of course, great to have the Bridgestone BMW Car Club Racing Series as part of the Winter Challenge today. Robert Cantwell's joined us. Dave Skoltz is here too. We've got racing happening. We're going to have more camera action coming your way shortly. There's a nice little battle starting to rage, that's for sure. Cochrane closing on Rainier Smith. Back markers now being caught by the leader. And that number 1 car looking very good at the moment. Battle continues here. No changes at the moment. Andreas Meyer, best lap, looking very good at this stage, as I said. Looking for a chance now. A 108.655. Brilliant stuff. It's not too far off the pace that Jan Everstein is able to do. He's down into the 108.747s. So going like a Boeing. Oh, change up. There you see Rob Gearing starting to make his way through there nicely as well as they came out of turn 8 there. G&H Transport Corner. Nice move on the inside there. And Gearing making up some ground now, getting through and moving himself up into 19th place overall. So he's only got Gunpath and Gearing behind him. Cross the line one more time. Everstein has closed. He's closed dramatically with a lap to go. Let's see whether or not he can hang on. Andreas Meyer just trying to keep him at bay, but there's a couple of back markers they're going to have to negotiate as well. Gearing goes into turn 4. Salvi Gutierrez goes into turn 1. Battle here between Rainier Smith and Cochrane continues into turn 1. Compendium Insurance Corner. Back straight, and the back marker gets eaten up by Andreas Meyer. Meyer now puts a back marker between himself and the second place man, Jan Everstein. Everstein gets blocked slightly into turn 4 there, you can see. Last lap was a 109.767. So Meyer should have enough here in the bag, and hopefully will hang on to the end of the race. Nice stuff here from Salvi Gutierrez making his way up course, into 5th place, down to the 10:01.3s. And now we stand by for the checkered flag. The man with the checkered flag is right there. Oh, we've got a lap to go. Sorry, we've got a lap to go. Beg your pardon. We've still got a lap to go. This will be the last lap they're about to start now. And last lap starts. There you'll see Henny the Flag puts up that number 1 board for the last time here for the first heat. So I wasn't watching that. Sorry, Dan. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't check it there. So last lap has started, and it's Meyer, Everstein, and Garbini, the top 3. And we're able to get down into the 8s, and an 8 dead actually out of Andreas Meyer earlier on, which is good to see. Currently lapping on the 109s and closing onto the 171 car. Just at the back end of the field, not really any issues there at all, but we'll wait and see if there's going to be any problems for Shane Grobler. He might just be caught and passed. 57 in the house there. That's Neil Reynolds completing his penultimate lap and starting the final one. And then the battle continuing here between Gunpath and Wadley as they make their way into turn 1. So leaders should be heading to the top of the hill, probably already up into turn 6, Kenwood Corner. It's a double right-hander. Gearing starts his final one as he comes through there. Henny the Flag, you can see they're just in the foreground, waiting for that checkered flag as we wait for our leader. There's the leader coming through, checkered flag out, and it's Andreas Meyer to take the first win here of round 2 of the BMW Car Club Racing Series, proudly brought to you by Bridgestone Tyre South Africa. It's Andreas Meyer who takes the win ahead of Jan Everstein and Carlo Garbini there for 3rd place. A brilliant run there from him. Cotwell has come through just ahead, and a nice run to the line there as well there. As you see, Cotwell making his way across the line and coming to finish things off there. So it's Ian Cotwell from Salvi Guterri, Rio Smith, Cochrane Reynolds, Wadley, and Varish Gunpath. That's how they're going to finish up there for the first heat of the incredible Bridgestone BMW Car Club Racing Series here at Zwartkops. It's the Winter Challenge, and we're back and racing. Yes, it's not the normal way of racing.